Orlando Anderson was in the lobby of the MGM. Trayvon Lane sees him and tells everybody in the crew, hey, that's the guy that jumped me. From what I understand, he didn't go to Tupac and whisper in his ear. He told all the big homies that there's someone in the area that's potentially a danger.
If and this where I say BS. If he went to the homies would have went after that cat and dealt with him. Not after Tupac go get him, but the homies would have dealt with that. And Suge should have allowed the homies and let the homies deal with that situation, not Tupac. This ain't your business. But Tupac goes over there and take off. He threw the first blow. Yep. Then after that, everybody else is on him.
Okay, and Buntree was part of that crew?
Yeah, everybody was there.
Neckbone, a bunch of dudes.
I mean, I ain't gonna give you a roll call, but I mean,
it's all on camera. I mean, it's what I'm saying.
Yeah, exactly. It's all on camera.
I'm not.
So if you know the faces, you see everybody that's there. Everybody that was there got a lick in, which
including Suge.
I mean, this guy got up. Yeah, this guy got up. Wasn't busted up. I mean, I know he was hurting because they was kicking the shit out of him, and now that's like kicking a dog. This little dude is with the business in his neighborhood.
Right. I mean, Orlando was being investigated for multiple murders at the time, and he was known to be a real gangster from Southside.
He was a little young hitter.
Yeah.
He was with it, and I think those guys should have did their homework before they let Tupac go over there and mess with him.
Well, I interviewed Reggie, and he said,
I didn't see him until about 2 or 3 hours after that incident happened. He was concerned about Pop. This out of concern. To say that he was upset with me or anything like that, those conversations didn't come until later.
Suge knew it was consequences from the beginning.
Yeah.
Suge knew it was consequences when they put the $10,000 on the chain. A lot of people sitting here and if it wasn't for Suge, none of this would have ever happened. None of this would be. Southside would be in their neighborhood and Mob would be in their neighborhood. All this other bullshit is stems from Suge. So Tupac could still be here, and maybe the majority of the guys that's on death row will still be here. But all of this is Suge Knight.
Okay. So the fight happens. Pac goes back to his room and change and everything else like that. And they start making their way towards Club 662.
Mm-hmm.
And at the same time, Keefe, Orlando, and the other guys in the car are looking for Suge and Tupac. Some girls saw Tupac and started yelling, which kind of alerted the Southside guys. And they pull up to the car and shoot the car up.
For number one, they knew that the Southsides was there. They knew what kind of car they was driving.
Because you told them.
Yeah, you got 15, 20 cars following each other. Y'all don't see this car coming past y'all? How did they get away? Buntree chased them. Woo. I mean, they shouldn't have got away.
Because Buntree was in the caravan?
Yeah. Now, it's fight night. Vegas is packed. Anybody go to Vegas, Mike Tyson fight. Las Vegas Boulevard is packed. Gang of people. How did they get away? Orlando was mad at Suge that this situation happened because he told Suge, fuck you and your money. This I know. What do you mean by that? What did this do?
When did Orlando tell Suge, fuck you and your money?
At the MGM.
Oh, okay.
So whatever he had working with him, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But why would he tell him that? So
Orlando told him that after he got jumped?
When he got jumped, he was hollering, fuck you and your money.
Mm.
And while these people around him, and they all walking out the door. They mobbing real fast. And if you look at that video, you see Tupac in front of everybody,
right,
walking like he Come on, man. You just signed your death.
Well, you yourself said that Orlando was the one that killed Tupac.
Yeah, Orlando killed Tupac.
Yeah. And I had been hearing this for the last 15 years from, friends of mine from Compton and everything else like that. It was like the worst kept secret in Compton.
Well, a lot of people didn't want to talk about it because, especially his uncle. If he'd have said it while Orlando was alive, that's snitching. You just send your nephew to prison and yourself.
Yeah, because he was in the car.
Yeah, so they ain't saying nothing. But now that he's gone and a lot of key players are gone, everybody can talk about it now, and everybody is talking about it. But, you hear that the police wanted Tupac because he was just Mustafa.
Yeah.
No.
Or Suge got Tupac killed because he was going to leave.
Well, some of them stories you hear, but just didn't let it go out the other ear.
Right.
If you understand what I'm saying.
Because that car was riddled with bullets from front to back. This was not the concept of Suge paying someone to kill Tupac while he's in the car.
That's why.
Graze him in the head. Like it was the stupidest conspiracy theory.
That's
I've
why
ever heard.
people were saying that, why did Orlando say what he said? And Orlando pretty much told him, if this going down, nigga, fuck you and your money, I'm going to get you too. And you just got stumped out by a gang of bloods. And here he is. It's like, man, we finna get these fools.
Right.
And they didn't have a choice.
Right. Standard protocol for people in that life.
And all the homies should have known, man, that little cat ain't finna let that slide. That's not finna just go by. And they were shocked that it happened just like that. They didn't even make it to the club.
So the shooting happened. I actually interviewed Chris Carroll, who was the first responder of Vegas police that showed up. He essentially told me that Tupac's last words were "fuck the police."
I looked at him once again. I said, "What happened? Who did this? Who shot you?" And now he's looking at me, so we're looking at each other in the eyes. And this is kind of the first time he's even acknowledging my presence. And he looked at me, and I could tell he was getting a breath together to tell me. And he looked me right in the eyes, and we looked at each other, and he said, "Fuck you." And he said it just like that, with the emphasis on that F.
I don't know.
Suge and Tupac get taken to the hospital, but you're still back at 662.
Yeah.
You get word of what just happened.
Yeah.
But people weren't thinking that Tupac was going to die because Tupac has been shot other times and he survived.
When Suge came to the club, we asked what was going on. Everybody was finna leave. They was finna shut 662 down. Suge said no, he gonna be all right. He was hit in his medallion. So everybody kept partying. We all stayed there and we partied all night. And I think the next morning or something, day after, they said Tupac was dead. So it was like, wow, y'all said he finna live, but then now he's gone.